Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the chapter 1 of Wings of Fire by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist and statesman who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and brought up in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He was awarded Bharat Ratna, Veer Savarkar Award, Hoover Medal. His full name was Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. He did his education from Madras Institute of Technology, Anna University. His parents were Jainulabdin and Ashiyama Jainulabdin. He was also known as the Missile Man of India. The chapter 1 of Wings Fire begins with a brief description of Kalam's family. Abdul Kalam was born into middle-class Tamil family in the island town of Rameswaram in the erstwhile Madras state. His father Jainulabdin had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite this, he possessed great wisdom and true generosity of spirit. His mother, Ashiyama, she used to feed poor people every day. Both parents were an ideal couple. Kalam was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished look, born to tall and handsome parents. Their house was a fairly pucca house made of limestone and brick on the Mosque Street in Rameswaram. He was provided all necessities like food, medicines, and clothes. He had a secure childhood both materially and emotionally. Kalam recalled the food made by his mother and served on a banana leaf. He says that his house was just 10 minutes walk from famous Shiva temple in Rameswaram. His father used to offer evening prayers in the mosque in his locality and used to pray for all the devotees, and many people were cured by his father's prayers. The high priest of Rameswaram temple, Pakshi Lakshmana Sastry, was very close friend of Kalam's father. Both of them used to discuss spiritual matters in their traditional attire. When Kalam asked his father about the relevance of prayer, his father replied that prayer made a possible communion of the spirit between people. The prayer does not know any division of wealth, age, caste, and creed. Kalam's father used to convey complex spiritual concepts in Tamil in a very easy manner. He conveyed that all human beings should understand the relevance of suffering and adversity always brings opportunities for introspection. His father also mentioned that one must understand the difference between a fear ridden vision of destiny and the vision that enables us to seek the enemy of fulfillment within ourselves. Hence, Kalam's father had taught Kalam fundamental truths and convinced him that there exists a divine power that can lift one up from confusion, misery, melancholy, and failure and guide one to one's true place. Once an individual cuts his emotional and physical bondage, he is on the road to freedom, happiness, and peace of mind. Kalam believed that happiness and peace of mind come to us from within and not from external sources. When he was 6 years old, he was thrilled to watch his father, who built a sailboat to take people from Rameshwaram to Dansukoda, a place of pilgrimage. The boat was built on the wood, was seasoned over open fire for the various parts that were required. His father did quick business with the sailboat. Unfortunately, sometime later it was destroyed in a severe cyclone that struck Rameshwaram. However, his father was much more worried about the falling down of the Pamban bridge when a train filled with the passengers was upon it. Dr. Kalam says that he learnt a great deal from his father's feelings for others and even from the train disaster. He was exposed to the force and energy of the sea which man could not control. Jalaluddin and Kalam were friends in spite of the age difference. Jalaluddin married Kalam's sister Zohra. He was the only person in that island who could write English. His first influence was more on Kalam, as Jalaluddin was the person who exposed Kalam to the latest discoveries, literature, and science. Kalam acquired different books from the personal library of S.T.R. Manikam. Another person who greatly influenced Kalam's boyhood was his first cousin, Samsuddin. Samsuddin was the sole distributor for newspapers in Rameswaram. Kalam had to satisfy just glancing at the pictures in the newspaper before Samsuddin delivered them to his customers. When Kalam was 8 years old, the Second World War broke out in 1939. There was great demand of tamarind seeds in the market during the war, and Kalam used to collect them and sell them to a provision shop on the mosque street. He used to earn 1 anna a day by selling those tamarind seeds. Kalam also used to help Samsuddin to catch the newspaper's bundles and fill the slot. In this way, Kalam earned his own money for the very first time. Hence, Kalam inherited honesty and self discipline from his parents, also goodness and deep kindness. The unschooled wisdom of Jalaluddin and Samsuddin was so intuitive and responsive to non-verbal message that Dr. Abdul Kalam unhesitantly attributes his manifested creativity to their company in his childhood. The science teacher Sivasubramanialyer wanted to break the social barriers between the Hindus and the Muslims. He wanted Kalam to be very highly educated as he recognized his intelligence. One day, the science teacher invited Kalam over a meal. His Orthodox wife was totally horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy having food in her ritually pure kitchen. He did not mind anything said by his very conservative wife. He rather served the food to Kalam by his own hands, and he also sat with him and dined together, as well as invited him over again for another meal the coming weekend. Thus, this shows that he was a friend of Abdul Kalam, even though Kalam was a Muslim and he himself was an Orthodox Brahmin. Kalam wanted to leave Rameshwaram to study at the district headquarters in Ramnathpuram. Kalam's father said that he knew that one day Kalam had to go away to grow. He says that the seagull flies across the sun alone and without a nest. He then quoted Khalil Gibran to Kalam's mother, saying that her children were not her own children. They were the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. They came through their parents, but not from them. They may give them their love, but not their thoughts, as the children have their own thoughts. Abdul Kalam's father's words bear great meanings. First, he inspires his son to go ahead by giving the example of the seagull. The seagull flies across the sun alone and has to find its means of livelihood. Similarly, every child has to get separated from the parents and find the means. Secondly, he explains to Kalam's mother, quoting Khalil Gibran, parents can give their love to children but not their thoughts. Children have their own thoughts. He spoke those words to encourage Abdul Kalam and to control the emotional attachment of his wife for Kalam. While dropping Kalam at the Rameshwaram station, he said, "This island may be housing of your body, but not your soul. Your soul dwells in the house of tomorrow, which none of us at Rameshwaram can visit, not even in your dreams, not even in our dreams. May God bless you, my child." Samsuddin and Jalaluddin traveled with him to Ramnathpuram to admit Kalam at Schwartz High School. Despite his homesickness, Kalam was determined to settle down in the new environment to fulfill the giant hopes of his father about his success. The power of positive thinking made him to join Schwartz High School. Kalam said, "Destiny did not lead me back to Rameshwaram, but rather swept me farther away from the home of my childhood." So, what do we receive from this chapter? This extract gives us an introductory insight into Kalam's life, his childhood, and the people who influenced Abdul Kalam, his family, his upbringing, and his early days of struggle. It also portrays the cultural and the religious context Rameshwaram offered the young Kalam. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video. You can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Please do subscribe the channel, click on the like button for more videos on literature, workbook, pronunciation, grammar, communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.